and welcome to the ARC Studio Online. My name is Amy Riffel-Kuyas, and I'm here to help you play piano better. So today we are looking at G scales. And again, we're going to look at the G scale from primary 1, primary 2, elementary 1, 2, 3, lower intermediate, upper intermediate, and advanced. So here we go. Let's get started. Primary 1. So for primary 1 scales, it's the second scale that you learn because it's basically exactly like the C scale. The only difference is you're going to start on G. So rather than having your thumb in your right hand on C, you're going to have your thumb in your right hand on G. And same thing with the left hand. The left hand had pinky on C. You're going to move your pinky up to G. And in the G scale, it's G, A, B, C, D, and then coming back down. And then the G chord. For the most part, students who are doing the G scale, it feels just like the C scale. They don't struggle with the chord as much, so we don't tend to practice that a lot. The biggest problem that beginners have on this is they're like, oh, the first note is G, I'm just gonna start on G, and I'm gonna do a C scale down and back up. And it sounds right, it sounds good, it's starting on G, the chord works. So, but that's not the G scale. The G scale has a G, A, B, plus the C and the D. So G, A, B, C, D. And then the left hand, G, A, B, C, D. And then put them together. And there's the G scale for primary 1. Primary 2, we're doing the 1 octave scale. It's the exact same fingering as the C scale. The only difference is you're going to start on G and you're going to end on G, and in the middle there are F sharps. 1, 2, 3, thumb goes under, 2, 3, F sharp. The G chord again is fairly comfortable. It's just like the C chord. So here we go. Well, I'm going to do it 2 more times because 3 is always my magic practice number. Here we go. Do it 1 more time, 3rd time. All right. And now for the left hand. Again, same fingering. You're going to start on G, you're going to end on G, and in the middle you've got F sharps. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, cross 3, F sharp, 2, 3, and thumb. Last time. And then putting the hands together, 3's always come together. 1, 2, 3, right hand thumb, left hand 3, F sharps. F sharps, 3's are together, left hand thumb. Cross 3 in the right, 3's are together. Here it is again. Third time. And that's primary 2. So here we are, elementary 1. It's the exact same scale. What we end up adding is we end up extending the cadence. And this one's awkward, actually. Everything else thus far has been fairly easy. The chord doesn't change, the scale fingering doesn't change. The cadence does. So starting with the right hand, you've got your 1 chord, your G chord, which you played at primary 1, played at primary 2. So here we are. For this one, you're going to keep the D, add C with your 4th finger, and your thumb is going to dip into F sharp because you've got F sharps in your key signature. So the shape, there's the half step moving B to C to B. For G, it's F sharp. Now, a lot of the times I will see kids like turn their bodies in weird ways to reach it, and it gets, remember that the piano, like, you can move horizontally. You can also move like vertically. It's not really like vertically, but like there's another axis. You've got, you can move up and down, you can move in and out. So just shift your position in. Rather than twisting, move in. One more time. For the left hand, it's a little, pinky's at least longer than your thumb. So there's your G chord. Pinky's gonna drop down to F sharp. You're gonna keep the D and then add a C with a strong finger. In general, the left hand chords usually feel a little more comfortable. So now we're gonna add that to the scale. And then here it is for the right hand, or left hand. One more time, because I can't tell my left from my right. So here's the left hand. Okay, and we're going to put hands together here in a second, but before I do that, we also need to be able to do the G triad inversions at elementary 1. And again, there's nothing new here. It feels exactly like the C triads. There are no sharps or black keys to worry about at all. C, E, G, G, B, D. So G, B, D, G is going to move to the top. It's the same fingering, 1, 2, 5. B is going to move to the top. It's the same fingering, 1, 3, 5. D moves up. What is kind of like the only confusing thing is that there's also a G in the C chord, so sometimes it's really easy to like move to a C chord as you're going through the inversions. They're super close. On the left hand, G, B, D, G moves up, 1, 3, 5, B moves up, 1, 2, 5, D moves up. And then back down. 1, 2, 5. So now we're going to put the 1 octave scale, the 1-5-7 cadence together, and the triad inversions in the key of G. So here we go. Again, I had one little fumble. And there it is. G scale, 1-5-7 cadence, and the triad inversions. So that's what you need to do for elementary 1. So here we are for elementary 2. So for elementary 2, the cadence stays the same, the triad inversions stay the same, but the scale changes to the 2 octave scale. And in some ways, the G scale is easier than the C scale because in the right hand, the 4th finger only ever comes on a black key. If you're heading for the black key and you're going for a finger that's not 4, it's wrong. If you're putting 4 down on a white key, it's wrong. So, the pattern stays the same. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the right hand, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, here it is. So G for the right hand, I'm going to do the full 2 octave scale, the cadence, the triad inversions. Go to 4 with F sharp. F sharp with 4, cross 3, and then 4 to the black note. There it is. I'm going to do it again. So there's the right hand, elementary 2. Here's the left hand. Same pattern, followed by the cadence and the triad inversions. Cadence. There it is. So do the left hand again. And that is elementary 2. So here we are, elementary 3. Nothing changes from elementary 2 as far as the requirements. It's still the 2-octave scale, the 1-5-7 cadence, and the triad inversions. But what changes is that MTNA expects hands to be together for elementary 3. So again, the 3's always come together, and in the right hand, the 4 is always on F sharp. So here we go. Right hand thumb, left hand 3, F sharp with 4, thumbs in the middle, cross 4, 3s, thumb, cross 3, F sharps, 3s and thumb, cross 3 in the right, go to 4 and thumb, cross 4 to F sharp, 3s are together and thumb, cross 3. And then the cadence, and then the triad inversions. Here it is again. One more time, because I like 3. And that's elementary 3. So here we are now for lower intermediate. So what ends up happening here is you need to be able to add the 4 chord to the cadence. So you already know 5-7. So the 4 chord, you're going to raise the top 2 notes. You're going to keep the G. It's a C chord. It's a C chord in second inversion, and you know that because you've done your C chords. In the key of G, C is the 4 chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there is your 4 chord. For the right hand, 3 and 5 both move up to C and E, and then you come back. And then the 5-7 gets added. So up and in and back. Left hand, thumb moves up, but you're going to use 2 on the C. F sharp, put them together. One more time. All right, so put it together with the 2-octave scale followed by the 1-4-1-5-7-1 cadence, and then followed by the triad inversions. There it is. Here it is again. Third time. So here we are for upper intermediate scales, and basically it's the same thing, you just need to go a little faster. So here we go, G scale, 2 octaves, the full cadence, triad inversions, a little faster. And here it is again. Okay, so here we are for advanced, the G scale for advanced. So basically it's 4 octaves, the same cadence, the same inversions, and you have to be able to do the arpeggios for the key of G. So here we go, 4 octaves, key of G. And then for the arpeggios, again, use 4 in the left hand. So here we go. So G for advanced. We've got the 4 octave scale, the full cadence, the triad inversions, and the G arpeggio. So here we go. 4 octaves. Cadence, inversions, and cadence. Remember, 4 on the B. There it is. So here we go. Let's try it again. Inversions, arpeggio, and that's everything you need to be able to do for G, starting with an easy 5-finger scale and chord and ending with 4 octave scales and arpeggios. So if there's any questions you have, please feel free to leave them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. Till then, keep practicing. Bye.